Hey, Hogs, I'm going to start with offensive film first here. I'm going to run through probably 30 plays or so, um, talking about like I normally do each one. This first one, we're going to do the sideline view because the end zone camera view of the first couple is messed up, and we can get a pretty decent view here. So I'm going to start close to far. I'll start with Owen. Okay, your first step looks pretty good here. I like how when you see that hip disappears, that you work up to the second level and you go find work. I like how you don't just sit there and become a spectator. You're looking for a safety to go block here because you know that it can make a difference. That's what we're looking for. That's excellent because that can be a touchdown block. If we get everything up front taken care of, this could be a touchdown block. If you get in front of this guy or block him for a little bit and our running back breaks free, that can be a game changer right there. So it's good effort. Landall watching you. We can make sure that we keep our head on the play side armpit and maintain that leverage. We can't let this guy fall off and go pursue the ball. We got to make sure we stay on him. Actually, this stays pretty decent. You keep running your feet here. Now make sure you get back on him. Okay, Ben, you looks like you do a nice job. Back up here. It's kind of hard to see you in the wash here. Yep, Ben, this is an excellent job. I know you're right here. I can't even see you because you're nice and low. You're driving your guy. Make sure you stay on him. That's pretty good. Driving him 6 yards downfield. That's what we like to see. Okay, watch Renardi. You pull out. You see that your linebacker tries to fill this hole right here. So you go attack him. Now make sure you keep your head on the play side armpit. Okay, don't let him beat you to the outside. Stay on him. Okay, because guess who makes the tackle is your guy. You had a wide open alley to go block him and stay on him, but we kind of stopped running our feet. I want you to run through contact and go block him. Run through contact there. Don't let him beat you across their face because he's the one who makes the tackle. If you get that block, okay, we're off to the races because we're still blocking out here on the perimeter. So we need to run our feet through contact and take care of this. Now I know the other side is also pacer. This is a head up block. This should be an easy block for us in terms of getting our head on the play side armpit because he's not on our shoulder. He's head up on us. This should be a really easy block for us. I do like how you run your feet. I don't think this is a hold. I think this is a fantastic block that you just kept running your feet and you drove the guy into the ground. And sometimes refs are going to make these calls. We can't control that. But what you can do is not even get yourself in the situation in the first place. We got to make sure that we reach this guy right away. Get our head on the play side armpit. We know where the play is going. So our first step needs to be that bucket step. And I can't tell if that's what you do here, but we got to make sure we reach this guy. Okay, we run quarterback power right here. So here we should be down. We should be push to backer, chip, pull, wheel and seal on the backside. Okay. Watch Owen. Your guy tries to slant out. This is good. Just stay on him. Stay on him. The H will come and help you. But we got to make sure we just keep running our feet and not allow him to throw us off the block. Keep running your feet and stay on him. That's pretty good, Owen. Good job. First pancake of the day right there. That feels pretty nice. Good job running your feet. That's all. That's because you kept running your feet. That's not a half-baked pancake. That's a fully baked pancake right there on the ground. Okay, this is an excellent example of a push block. If you watch Bleed here, if you watch Landall, he gets right on the hip and watch this guy. Look, his feet are off the ground because he got such a great punch on the hip, and that guy goes straight over. This is an excellent highlight reel type of push block right here because that guy gets over and then he works up immediately to that second level. Once that hip disappears, boom, it's gone. Then he works up right away and he gets to his linebacker. That's excellent execution right there of a push block. Okay, Ben, I can't even see you, which is excellent. You set this guy up on the tee, so land on, come and push him over into your gap. So that's excellent job on your part. Make sure we just stay on that block as much as we can. Okay, Renardi, watching you. You stay tight to the wall. You're coming out to him. Now make sure you break your feet down. Don't just run straight at him. Good, you break your feet down a little bit, but we still miss him and he gets in on the tackle. We need to break our feet down even more, like we're about to make it, like we're trying to tackle him. Right now, you need to have a wide base and break down, and then you need to run your feet. We can't just run right by him and with him, because this would be an even bigger play for us if you get on this guy and you stay on him even more. We got to run our feet. Okay, Pacer, this is an excellent job on the backside of the wheel and seal, trying to get your head across and not getting pushed all the way back into this play. Here's our funnel. It looks great. And notice how you are part of this funnel. And he's trying to cross your face, but you do a good job staying in front of him. And because of that, we get yards. Okay, I just want to see how many we get here. How much of a push. Okay, pretty good. About 6-7 yards. Okay, here. Watching our pass protection. Okay, Owen, I'd like to see you step in even more in case that guy tries to slant inside. Landau, you can step in even more too. But I like how you help out here. You find work. You help out with this nose guard trying to slant to your gap. And you help out Ben here. Ben, you do a nice job moving your feet. Okay. And Ben, if you see this, if he tries to go that far over, okay, still try to stay square and try to pass this off if you can. So if this guy wants to go that far over and you know you have help, then try to get back square again and look for a linebacker that might try to blitz late. I'm going to come back to Owen. Owen, we're too high. I'd like to see you sit down a little bit more. Okay, go to Renardi. Renardi, I like how far you step in. That's very nice. You step in nice, and then you see this guy slants into your gap. You're leaning too much, though. Look how you lean right here. Look how your chest is way out over your toes. This guy could ole you right now if he wanted to. Try not to lean as much. Pacer, good job stepping in hard because this guy slants inside. Trying to get there. That's pretty good from both you guys. I'm going to skip defense here. Here, I'm going to do this. Okay, we run dive cap here. Dive cap to the left. Start with Owen. Okay, this is tough. I acknowledge that this is an extremely tough block to get. A stand-up linebacker, typically a guy who's faster than you, just sprinting into the gap, timing up the snap count. But you do the best job I think you can. The only thing I could say that you could do better is get your head across like you would on a down block. I mean, honestly, if this guy wants to run this hard into the gap, that's what it's going to turn into. It's going to turn into a down block. And see how this works out for us. So like I said before, and I've said it many times, the worst thing we can do is give up penetration into the backfield. And because you just wash this guy down, because that's the only thing you could do, and you don't give up a lot of penetration, notice the natural gap that it creates. And it creates a great running lane for our running back. But I would like to see our head across even more. So this would honestly turn into like a down block. If this guy really wants to try to penetrate hard into this gap, just wash him down like you normally would, and the running back will cut off of it and make you right. Okay, Landau here. This is a great job taking this over, trying to get your head to the play side. This is a great double team that we have here. We get fantastic movement. You take him over. Now keep running your feet and stay in that. Drive him into the ground. Okay, Ben, once again, this is a great chip block. Okay, you get off to your linebacker. Just keep trying to run your feet. Okay, Renardi, you do a little bit of a hop. It's not too bad. You do take one step and then you hop. I'd like to see you just take 2 steps, 2 firm steps. But I like where your head is, and now keep running your feet. Drive him off the ball. Run your feet, run your feet, run your feet, and stay on them. That's really good, Renardi. We've gotten a lot better as a whole running our feet the entire play. That's good. I like seeing us staying on him. That's really, really good. Okay, Pacer, you're running. If you look at your feet, and this gets you in trouble because you get tossed around sometimes, but you're running at this guy, don't run at him. Don't run at him. Gator walk to him. But once again, I like how you stay on this block and you run your feet. That's good. We need to make sure we stay on these guys. That's a good play for us. You know what? I apologize. I haven't been talking about our H's. I'm going to talk about our. I'm going to go back and talk about our H's real quick. So I'll start here. So, Rife, we do teach. So we kick out the first guy outside the tackle. I see what you see here. You see this guy goes out, so you're going to go out and try to help with him, and that's fine. But if you see that Owen has him, then you can just work up to the next level here and try to find somebody else, which it looks like that's what you do. So it's a decent job. Okay, here it's 299, so that means you're staying in here, Rife. So what you do here is pretty good. You're just looking for someone to come off the edge. If someone does come off the edge, then run them upfield, and be a part of the cut. Okay, watching dive cap here. Okay, Charlton, we're too high. Remember, I want you to kick him out like we normally would. I want you down on the hip. We're just way too high. You bring some great power with that. But if you were lower on the hip, I bet this guy's going to the ground, because then you're attacking a center of gravity. And then I want you to stay on this block. Don't just hit him once and think that's good. Hit him and then run your feet. See how you just lunge? Okay, I do like how you roll your hips. That's excellent. But I'd like to see you lower when you roll your hips. And then after you roll your hips, run your feet. Now stay on them and keep running your feet. Okay. I'll do a better job talking about the H's here. So it looks like we don't get this sweep on the end zone view. All right, good. So Charlton, we got the first person outside here in your gap. You see that this outside backer steps up, so you get your head to the play side number. Now drive your feet, run your feet, run your feet. Okay, don't just stand there, because he falls off and makes the tackle. Okay, if you see this guy come, block him and now start running your feet and driving him off the ball. Because right now we're just standing and allowing him to get off and make the tackle here. We need to run our feet on contact. Okay, Owen, you see this guy slants inside, so you work up to the second level. You get up to the linebacker, but same thing. We need to break down and block him like we would a lineman, because he falls in and he's able to get into the play. We got to get to our keys. We got to get to where the guys we're supposed to block. And once we get there, we need to stay on them and move our feet. That's where we need to improve more, is that once we get up to the second level and we get to our linebacker, we need to stay on him and then run our feet, because those are the guys that are falling off and making the tackles. Okay, Landau, you did a great job getting your head to the play side armpit, and you're running your feet on your guy. That's a pretty good job on your part. Okay, Ben, try to keep your feet. Keep that play side arm free. But what we do get nice movement on this guy from you and Renardi. We get a good movement on the nose, and we actually block the backside backer with the nose's butt. So that's really good. If we get that type of movement on the first level, we'll naturally block this guy with the lineman. And if we get that done, that's going to be a good sign for us. Okay, Pacer, we need to do a better job of cutting this guy off and not letting him beat us across our face. Okay, he almost makes the tackle. We got to do a better job not giving up penetration and getting our head across. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm going to start with the H's here. Okay, again, you guys have first guy outside the tackle, which would be this outside backer. So you get your head on the inside. Now run your feet. Notice how your feet stop and we're not just chugging. We're going to make sure we keep running our feet, because if we don't, we're going to end up on the ground. We can't just lean on guys. We need to run our feet and have our hands inside and drive them. Okay, Owen, make sure we're not leaning too much, but you do a good job readjusting and blocking this guy and taking him where he wants to go. And I like how you run your feet and you try to stay on him as much as you can. Landau, this is a really good job being down on the hip. Now stop right there. You see how you drove him too far? Right now, the hip is gone, so I need you up on the linebacker right away. We stay on this block way too long, and look who makes a tackle. That's the guy that you should be getting up to, okay? As soon as you throw this guy right here, as soon as that hip's gone, then you need to get up right now. If you do that, this is a touchdown, okay? We can't get too flat with this double team. Remember, it's a 45-degree track. As soon as that hip is gone, we work up, because then this is a touchdown. Okay, we're good. We're doing good things, but this could be a touchdown if we execute perfectly. Okay, this is a little thing, but it adds up to be a big deal. You do a good job at driving this guy and creating a gigantic crease for us. Okay, but if you do the next part of the progression, which is getting up to this backer, then it's a touchdown. Okay, Ben, I'd like you to get more underneath this guy on this chip block. Okay, you do have help from Minardi back here because they're just blocking down. But I see what you're doing here, getting your hand on that guy because he does slant to your gap, which is good. And I mean, we still get a great movement here, so I'm not going to complain about that. Okay, Renardi, I like what you're doing here. You're trying your best to keep this guy in your gap, and it works out to our advantage. This is really good here. And then Pacer, you're just down blocking as well. Keep your head right there, maintain leverage, run your feet, have a wider base. You see how far apart your feet are? I'd like to see you be more square, because what you're doing, you're leaning too much, your hips are too narrow, and then he's able to throw you off. Okay, watching LaFleur backside. Break your feet down more before you make contact, but I like how you drive your feet there, LaFleur. That's an awesome block for us in the hole. Next play, we're on toss. Okay, we got first person outside. Here, LaFleur. That's an excellent job right there. I mean, you can't ask for anything more than putting the guy on his butt. That's an excellent block. Okay, watching Charlton. Same thing, looking for next guy outside. Trying to find a guy to block. Okay. I know this is it's a tough thing to see, but if you see Rico's going to block this guy, try to work up to number 30 here. Okay, Owen, this is a matter of just being mentally prepared for the game. We worked on this all week and we talked about it. When we run toss or jet, you have a man block and you're scooping this 4 technique on your own because he's pulling. So you should have a man block because our guards are pulling on jet and toss. So you should be right here on this guy. You shouldn't be leaving. Only on sweep do we do a chip up to backer. So make sure you stay on him, because this guy, I think this is the guy that kind of blows up the play here a little bit. Maybe not on this one. He does on another one. Okay. Because there's a second time you make a mistake with this same thing. So if you want an example, watch Ben Witt. This is exactly what you should be doing. Get your head on the play side number and then drive them. That's what we're looking for. This is exactly what our tackle should be doing on this scoop block with the head up technique. Okay, Renardi, watching you. Okay, we got to make sure we get our head across and we get this guy leveraged. Okay, and then we got to be careful about this because they can call a flag on that. Okay, Pacer, I like seeing your head, trying to get your head across, driving this guy flat. That's a really good job, Pacer. That's how it should look every single time. Okay, on the second play of the game, this is what you should have been doing right here as well. Okay, that's a good job on your part. Watching QB kick here. Okay, we'll start with, I think that's a flay. Make sure we keep our feet, bud. Remember, we want to get our head and shoulder down by his hip and then drive him out, which is what you end up doing, but make sure we just break down before we do that. Looks like the turf monster got you a little bit. Okay, pacer, this is a good initial contact. Your head and hand placement are great. Everything right here is great. We just got to keep running our feet. And I think that has to do with your narrow stance. You need to widen your stance out so we're not so easy to get knocked over. Okay, we do give up penetration here on this one. But to be honest, this ball should be getting ran out here. It shouldn't be so tight. The ball should be going more outside. Okay, looking at Renardi at our down block here. Okay, you do get back down on the hip here, which is nice. Good. Now the hip has disappeared. Now you need to work up to the second level. Same thing, we stay on that double team for too long. Okay, Ben, good job being patient with that double team. Okay, staying right there, then being present in your gap, because look, you get to pick up this guy who's trying to go backside A gap. Oh, it looks like he does spill through, but this is where it's really important that we have our eyes in our gap. Actually, looks like this guy comes C gap, so never mind. So Ben, I'd say that's a pretty good job there. Okay, and this is how this should look, guys. We have down blocks on the backside on kick. So Owen, you should be going out to this outside backer. Okay, Owen, you have a down block, and then Landau's got a down block on this guy. This on the backside of kick, these down blocks, they don't need to be killer down blocks. They're just trying to keep these guys out of the play so they can't pursue it backside. That's what this is, these down blocks on the backside. We're still doing our power progression on the front side. All you guys are doing on the backside of kick is just trying to stop these guys from penetrating. So Owen, you should be back here on this outside backer, and this outside backer is the guy that makes the tackle. Watch right there, boom. He's the one that gets in there and causes this tackle. So Owen, you need to be out on him, because then this could be potentially a good play if we're able to make that tackle or to get that block. And he's not able to make that tackle. We don't need you to double team this guy on the backside. There's no reason for that. He's not going to be in the play. He's not at the point of contact. We just need you to stop him. Oh, and we need you to block out to stop him from getting into the play. Okay, watching the boot here. So play side, we got just our power rules. So got to man block him, and then that's all you need to do. Just stay right there, man block him. Don't need to run him downfield. Okay, and this is where we get in trouble. Okay, just take your 2 steps, and I'd say get your head on the play side number, because you know we're going to boot out this way. So try to scoop him like you would on like a toss or a jet coming your way, or the guard's pulling and you got a man block. Try to get your head to the outside and then maintain that leverage. We don't need to drive him straight backfield. Okay, Landau watching you. You got a down block, or it turns into a down block here. You try to keep your head on the play side number, but we're just way too high. Okay, you take your 2 steps and they'll try to drive him down the line of scrimmage as much as you can. We're just too high, and this guy's able to drive you back. Okay, we can't have that happen. We got to make sure we keep our leverage. Okay, Ben, this is a great job recognizing this linebacker stepping up and you down blocking him. Okay, Pacer, this is also an excellent job on your part, stepping down hard to try to help out. And then when you realize Ben has it, then you can come back out and help. Renardi, watching your pull block here. You do get great depth. I see that you're looking for work. Now make sure we turn back. If you have nothing out here, now make sure you turn back and try to help this guy, or try to get in front of this guy. Because if you can turn back and get this block right here earlier, Axel can still keep rolling out, and then we might have a good play. Okay, so turn back and look sooner. So when you come out and there's nobody here right away, turn back. And then have your head on a swivel, because right now you could be right here on this guy and we're still rolling out. So we got to make sure we look back even sooner. Okay, run and dive cap. Okay, starting here, Owen, this is good. You notice that this guy's off, so you got a chip block, but I think you take too wide of steps here. That's not too bad. This guy's just playing pretty soft. So 1, 2, that's pretty good. You try to help out, then you work up to the second level once you know he disappears. Okay, Landall watching you. 1, 2, you take your 2 steps. Okay, now if he tries to go inside, try to stay on this guy and block him. Okay, Ben, watching you. This is a good job. You're nice and patient on this double team here. You keep your gap side arm free, ready to take anything on. And good things happen when we do that, guys. When we stay on double teams and we take this guy to the second level and you keep your gap side arm free, you're able to block this 4 technique who actually tries to slant all the way down into the A gap. And that's what we need. That's an excellent job just blocking our gap and taking whoever comes to it first. Okay, Renardi watching you. Get your head to the play side number. We can't have our head on the back side. This is not good. We got to make sure we get our head on the play side number and drive this guy down. Okay, Pacer, you do a great job ripping up to that backer. That's an excellent job on your part. That's a great rip up to backer. And then when you get there, you settle your feet and you block them and you stay on them. That's an excellent job. Okay, Trolton, this is what we've talked about. Okay, Trolton, you need to be right there on this guy. Your head needs to be right inside. That should be the next thing that hits him, because look what happens. If you get right here, if you block this guy and we have everyone washed down, this is a touchdown. Or it's a one-on-one with 3. But because we don't get that, this guy is able to almost make the tackle. But see, this is what it would have been. If you would have blocked this 4 technique, this is what we would have had. Everything washed down and then a huge cutback lane for Peyton. But thankfully, he was able to make a good play out of not such a good one. He should have been tackled in the backfield, but he did a good job. Okay, same thing is going to happen again here, but we'll go through all the positions. Okay, same thing. Now, Owen, this is where you got to have your eyes in your gap. Okay, you can feel the pile. You can feel this guy, but have your eyes in your gap, because right now, this guy is now in the box. So you should be getting hands up. You should be going out to him and base blocking him now. You got to make sure you have your eyes in your gap and feel the pile. So have your eyes here and then come back out and block him, because now he's in the play. And watch who makes the tackle or gets in on the tackle, the guy that you should be blocking. So if you got a chip block, have your eyes in your gap, feel the pile, which is the down lineman. Okay, Landall, you take great steps. You get your head where you need to be. You get your head where it needs to be. And now you drive your feet, and that's an excellent job. It's a great block. Okay, Renardi and Ben. It's a great job by you guys again. Okay, Pacer, good job ripping inside hard, trying to get up to that backer. Okay, and Trolton, this is where we talked about again. This guy is doing a great job squeezing down hard, but we want you to attack the next part that you can of him. That way he can't fall in and make this tackle. I hope you can see that better now, John. Right here, I know he's on him hard and you can't even see him, but we need you to peel him off our tackle, because eventually he's going to come off. Look right here. This is when you're going to make contact with him, and we need your helmet right there. And you do stop him a little bit, but we want you in front of him, so he's not getting in this play. I mean, I want to see, do we even gain yards still here? Yes, we do, because we get a good push. Get a first down because of it. Okay, watching our pass protection here. Good, we fan out on this side. Make sure we keep our inside leverage. Very nice, inside leverage, this is good. Okay, this guy slants hard inside. He got inside leverage. Okay, and now when this happens, Start driving him back out. What we need to start doing a better job at is not just driving this guy vertically this way, because then he's still going to compress the pocket and be on our quarterback's face. Once he takes your upfield shoulder, when he takes the outside route, now you need to start driving him out and upfield, not just straight upfield. And I'll take blame on that for not teaching that properly. But we need to start driving this guy out and upfield so we can still keep a good width of the cup or the pocket. Okay. We can't just drive him vertically because it's a really tight pocket for our quarterback. Okay, Ben, watching you. Make sure you keep a wide base. See how you're getting pushed back pretty easily. We got to make sure we maintain that wide base so we don't get pushed right back into our quarterback. Okay, Jacob, good job taking your steps, seeing that 4 techniques, trying to slant inside and trying to work back out in front of them. Okay, Owen, watching you. Good job keeping that inside. This is excellent position right here. Knee is right in the midline of the defender. And then same thing, once we get here, we can start driving him out and upfield. Okay, same thing. Pacer watching you, driving him upfield. Okay, good. Renardi, I see you trying to drive him upfield and out. It's a good job by all of us there. Okay, quarterback kick. Okay, running it to the right. So good. We're kicking out first person outside the tackle. That's right there. Let's get our head on the inside. Okay, we need to be lower. Remember, I want us down here on the hip, using our shoulder, driving into this guy. But he takes himself out of the play, so that's an easy block. Okay, Owen, watching you. Great job taking your first step with your inside foot. He wants to go out, then take him out. If he wants to go outside, then you drive him outside, because guess what? Boom. That's going to create a gigantic seam right here in the middle. But now we got to make sure we stay on him. What you do, that's an excellent job. And then go finish the block. It's a good job. Okay, so we got a 1 technique here. So we got a down block and we got a chip block. Let's try to move this guy to that backside backer. Okay, Landau, you do a great job being low, down on the hip. And we drive that guy off the ball. That's an excellent job. This linebacker had to bow over the top to try to make the tackle. Okay, Renardi, we got to try to make sure we keep our maintain leverage and keep our head here. Not let this guy over as much as we can. Ben, you're doing an excellent job keeping presence in your gap and helping out here when you can. Okay, Owen, this is what you need to do on kick. You need to go out to this outside backer. It's as simple as that, and just keep him out of the play. Okay, Austin, watching you. You find the window because the window is gigantic. Okay, you're going to the inside backer, and you do an excellent job laying the wood. Just a good play for us. Okay, we're on boot again. Okay, when we run boot, Owen, just to think about it. Actually, I don't know if I want to say this. Just keep doing your normal thing that you do on power. Just know that we're booting outside of you. So if you want to stay more on his outside shoulder here, but I like that you still step with your inside foot first in case he slants in. So this is a good job. You took the correct step. You block your guy. Try to stay on him so he can't get into the play. And don't get upfield. Okay, Landau, watching you. It's a good job. I'll just try to drive him down and really sell this. Try to sell it as best you can. Ben Witt, this is an excellent job staying on this linebacker. This is great. Stay on him, stay on him, stay on him. That's an excellent job. He's not able to pursue to the ball carrier or to Axel. Pacer, good job with you as well. This is a good play for us. We just need to put the ball on the receiver, but we do our job. Marty, I'm going to watch you real quick here. You pull out. Okay. You see that he's not coming. Now, Renardi, this is where you need to turn back again. You need to turn back and look. Right here, stop. Now have your head on the swivel. Find the most dangerous man. If he stays there, good. then look back and look for anyone that might be pursuing from the backside. Next play. Okay, I don't know, to me, he kind of looks like he's a 5 technique here. So we could say 5-5-5, and then you'll be going down, but you still made that 4 technique call, so we're good. Even if he slants outside, that still helps us out. Because now what should happen, if he goes out and this guy tries to come back in and they gap exchange, our kick out should still be able to block this guy. It should be a really easy, clear read. So he goes out, Landall sees the first ugly jersey, he blocks him, or he should. But Pacer, this is where, once again, we need to maintain our feet, because look at your feet immediately. When you make contact, so here you have a nice wide base, but as soon as you start driving, look at your base. It starts to narrow right away, and now this guy tosses you because your base is so narrow, and now he's able to get in there and get into play. Okay, Renardi, watching you. This is an excellent, Renardi, this is highlight clip. Okay, whenever I update my blocks, this is going to be a down block highlight reel. Okay, you see this backer steps up into your gap, you get your head across, and you run your feet and you drive them. You drive them all the way past attack when you put them in the ground. It's an excellent job. Okay, and then you show class when this guy's a jerk. Okay, good job showing class here, and he's frustrated because he knows that you just pancaked him. And that's a good job on your part. Okay, Ben, good job anticipating this guy slanting into your gap, because Renardi makes a down call. So you make a down call on him and you just stay on the nose and you try to drive him down as best you can. That's a pretty good job. Okay, good job running your feet and staying on him when he wants to try to get off and make the tackle. And you yourself, you get a pancake. Guys, I see a lot of improvement of us running our feet, which then we get full pancakes instead of half-baked ones. Okay, Landall, watching you. Get your head on the inside. Okay, we missed this. This is our guy that we should be going to. Okay, and he's the one that gets in and makes the tackle. Owen, good job on your wheel and seal. Okay, I still think this is a good play for us here. Okay, the only thing that happens, and now I'm going to talk about John. Okay, John, you got to make sure you stay tight to the window. And I've told all H's this, or you got to stay tight to the wall. And this wall is going to move. So John, you got to stay right here. Look how big this gap is. And you need to stay tight, because where the next guy is going to come from is from the backside right here. And so we got to anticipate right here. You see how wide you are? Okay, we need to be looking for the next ugly jersey on this inside right here. And that's the guy that you should be blocking, is that backer. Okay, that's why we need to stay tight to the wall. I'll go back to this view. Okay, it goes, stay tight to the wall, and you're looking inside. Your eyes should be right on this guy right here, because you're looking inside, you're staying tight to the wall. Okay, and that's the guy that you should block. Jake Landall should be blocking this guy. I mean, we still get 3, 4 yards, 5 yards, but it could still maybe be a touchdown or a one-on-one with the safety. Okay, one thing I'm going to say about this, Renardi, I know he steps up, but we cannot twitch at all. Okay, that could have been called a false start on us. But you do a great job stepping inside and picking this guy up, Renardi. That's excellent. Okay, Pacer, good job influencing this guy upfield. Now keep running your feet. And it's great. Charlton was there to help you out, and he didn't get in your way. He was just able to be there to help if you needed it. Okay, we do a great job on this side, just going in to out. You see this guy slants in. So Landau, you can help block him. And Owen, you can ride him in. That's pretty good. It's good protection. Next one, exact same thing happens here. It seems like, okay, Renardi, you're able to get in front of that linebacker, which is excellent. That's exactly what we need. That's really, really good on your part, Renardi. That's excellent. Pacer, you don't step in at all. We need you to step in and protect your inside gap. You need to step in because this guy's head up on you, and now he's just going to fall inside. Okay, and we need you to be there and influence this guy upfield. You can't allow this guy to beat you inside. Notice how you don't step in at all. You actually step out right away, which is not good. I don't know if you made a fan call here, but we got to communicate an off call, which means you stay on that 4 because this was an off call because Renardi stayed there. So we got to make sure that we hear that and communicate that so you can block that 4 technique on the inside. Same thing on the back on the other side here. This is an excellent job by all of us. Okay, we're on dive cap again. Okay, and this is where they cheat. He's going to go A gap. This nose does absolutely nothing, so he ends up going backside A gap as well. And what's tough here, what really should have ended up happening was that, Ben, you stayed on this nose because he should have slanted. Okay, you're on this guy, and Landau, you're on this guy right here because he goes B gap. That's really what should have happened. Okay, and then this play would have been a decent play. Okay, but this guy was lazy and slow, and so they got 2 guys in the same gap. And sometimes when that happens, they're going to make a play, but when you cheat, you're going to get hurt later on. Okay, and we definitely did expose them a couple of times where they were not keeping gap integrity. Okay, I mean the same thing happened here. Look, they got a linebacker and a 4 technique in the same gap. Okay, so when you're a defense and you do that, it might work out sometimes, but most of the time you're going to get hurt. But just notice if we do block this up the correct way, okay, if we block the guys that we're supposed to block here, this cutback lane is here because John does a nice job finally getting to his guy. But John, I want to see your head on the inside because this guy wrong arms you, okay, and he could potentially fall back into the play. We got to make sure that we get our head and shoulder on the inside down here by the hip. Okay, here we run quarterback sweep. So good. We know Charlton's got this guy. Make sure we're going inside to out. Now run your feet. Once you get here, we got to make sure we start running our feet because what you do, you just kind of stand there and stop. We got to make sure we maintain our feet and run this guy off the ball. Okay, Pacer, this is an excellent chip block. I like how you lean back and come back and help out with this. That's great. Now let's stay on our angle and try to get up to that linebacker. Okay, Renardi, you do an excellent job getting your head across, and this is a great job right here. This is what a chip and a scoop should look like, driving this guy off the ball. Okay, Landau, you got to make sure that you maintain your head position. Ben, let's try to get a little bit more help here. Look a little bit more like Pacer coming back and giving help before we go up. Okay, once again, Owen, this is a really difficult block for you to do. I understand that. And guess what? That's why we run reverse the exact next play, and then we run it for a big gain because when they start doing this, when they start triggering hard on the backside of sweep or on toss, that's when we call reverse. So I get that this is a hard thing to do, and you do the best that you can. Here we run reverse. So it's a lazy reach here. Okay, so it pretty much just turns kind of into a down block, driving these guys away from where we are running the reverse. And we all do an excellent job here. We really do. Okay, I want to watch from this view. Okay, Charlton, I'm gonna watch you. This is where you need to start running your feet, John. Okay, now that you've made contact, you need to stop skipping around and you need to just have intent of driving this guy into the ground and staying in front of him. Because when you stop your feet, that's when this guy beats you. So H's just in general, we need to do a better job as once we make contact, we start driving our feet and taking that guy where he wants to go. Pacer, I just want to let you know that this block made me laugh. You guys literally do a 360 in the middle of the field. That's pretty funny. Okay, I'm going to stop right there because my computer's about to die, I believe.